like I said before, at the end of the day, he's a young, hungry lion. He's a hell of a competitor. Floyd Mayweather breaks his silence on Ryan Garcia and his positive test in the Devin Haney fight. Floyd Mayweather was on a show, It Is What It Is, Cameron and Mace, Killer, Dipset, Jones, Freaky. Floyd Mayweather spoke on a litany of different topics, but I want to focus in on what he said regarding Ryan's positive test. It reads, make sure you follow me on Twitter, X, @BOXINGEGO. I just know I was a clean fighter. I was always a clean fighter. I can't speak for nobody else. Do you know what's so crazy? I'm the one that started random blood and urine testing, and everybody had a problem with me bringing that to the table. Y'all should have done it to Floyd Mayweather. Y'all should have done it the Floyd Mayweather way, and then we wouldn't be in this situation. So that's all he had to say regarding Ryan King Rye Garcia's positive test. I'm the one that, I started this gangster and this the mother thanks I get. Hello. He's saying I started this. Now, why would Floyd say this and should suggest this? For me, it's because of Bill Haney. Bill Haney did a recent video where he's insinuating or asking, if you will, if Floyd has something to do with Ryan's positive test. Check it out. Roll the clip.
On April the 20th, you were skinning and grinning from ear to ear. You was happy to tell the world about the 3.2 pounds that you helped Ryan Garcia come in overweight with. Now that he done tested positive for 4 PEDs, now you want to head for the hills and go quiet like you in Dubai somewhere. Well, I'm going to tell you, Floyd, wherever you at, what me and the world want to know is, we know you was the middleman to Ryan Garcia's victory, but what we want to know is, are you the middleman to the steroids?
Really bizarre stuff, in my opinion. He says, what me and the world want to know, are you the middleman to the steroids? Are you the middleman to the steroids? I hate when people do that, personally, when they ask something and it's clearly something they want to ask, but then they'll frame it like everybody wants to know. Do you see what I'm saying? Like when someone would be like, oh, my friend wants to know if you're single, to a girl or something like that. And you're trying to pass the buck and put it on somebody else or include other people. You have a crush on the girl. You want to know if she's single or if she's taken. You know what I mean? So I hate when people try to frame it. Bill Haney literally just said, the world wants to know, did Floyd help Ryan cheat and supply him as the middleman with the PEDs? Never once did that ever cross my mind that Floyd was somehow involved. So that was just a weird statement from Bill Haney. But now you guys can see why Floyd Mayweather is speaking to this whole situation, because people are trying to bring him into it and infer that he has something to do with it and suggest that he has something, like he gave Ryan Garcia PEDs. Bill Haney just told you. He says, we know you were the middleman with the 3.2 pounds. And even that, I don't really even know that that's true. Yes, there's a FaceTime call where Ryan is throwing up his threes, Floyd's throwing up his threes, and Ryan did tweet and say that Floyd Mayweather told him to do it, F Bill. But that could just be after the fact. He could just be saying that to troll you, because this is what Ryan Garcia does. And we know Floyd is a showman also. So since they have a common enemy, if you will, like Bill Haney and Floyd had that back and forth, and Ryan Garcia and the Haneys have a contemptuous relationship. So that's what I thought. That's what I took it as. I just took it as they both don't like Bill, and they both, you know, are trolling him. But not once did it cross my mind that Floyd had something to do with Ryan Garcia popping for Osterine. I never thought that was something that needed to be included, or it was included. It looks like, and see, to me, I'm telling you my honest opinion, this stuff makes the Haneys look bad. The fight is what it is. Nobody knew about the positive test, so it couldn't have been prevented, so to speak, because the positive test results didn't come back until much later, actually on the Canelo Munguia fight week. So you're stuck with the decisions that you made. Ryan Garcia is stuck with the decisions he made. The fight is what it is. The perception is what it is. It's really, unless you have a time machine, there's nothing you can go do to reverse what's done. The damage, that's why I kept saying the damage has already been done. The damage is done. I literally kept saying that time and time again. The damage has been done. Damage has been done, because it has. What happened happened. What people remember and what sticks out sticks out. No more, no less. But to go above and beyond and act like Floyd Mayweather is this drug smuggler giving Ryan Garcia Osterine, I mean, to me, that's weird at best. It's weird at best. But Floyd Mayweather being on a popular podcast with Cam and Mace, he had to tell his side, and he says, you know what is crazy? I'm the one that started this. I'm the one that started this. The great ego Stradamus strikes again. When all this mess first came about, and I told you, I said that's a weird statement from Bill Haney. And regarding Floyd, I said, why would you include his name? And he was the one that, out of all the guys with the spotlight in boxing, his spotlight burned the brightest. And he was the one telling the world we need stringent drug testing, above and beyond drug testing. And then he was ridiculed for it. People said, oh, Floyd, you're a coward. Why you want this extra for Pacquiao? You didn't ask for this extra stuff with, you know, this fighter or that fighter. Fight him anyway, even if he is on something. This is what the world said. This is what the world of boxing said. This is how people in boxing, at least the fans, this is not even just fans. There was some media too. Let's be clear. But this is how people were responding to Floyd wanting more than the commission test. They said he was ducking Pacquiao and he was afraid of Pacquiao. And Floyd said from the beginning, I just want to fight on an even playing field. Now you hear the Haneys and other people, and the Haneys like, oh, we just want a fair fight. But like Floyd said, if you would have did it the Mayweather way, you really wouldn't be in this mess. And that's also what I've said on my channel. They didn't do this the Mayweather way, meaning they claimed a side, the Haneys. They claimed to be the face of boxing. They said the Tank Davis era is over, the Mayweather era is over, only to go into the Ryan negotiations crippled. And as the B-side, they gave Ryan more money. They didn't think twice and, you know, smartly to include a rematch clause. Ryan missed weight. They continued the fight instead of canceling the event. So thirsty for like to continue and to get a big fight, and because they clearly thought they could still win. Then on top of him missing weight and proceeding with the fight, they didn't even get the amount of money that Ryan said he would pay in the event that he missed weight, which was $500K per pound. Bill Haney also was on the same podcast, and he revealed it was $200K per pound for a total 3 pounds, 3 times 200K. That's $600K. Ryan was supposed to give you 1.5 million. Made a video about that. Check that on the channel. I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. Don't you forget that. So many mistakes were made at the cutting room floor by the Haneys. they also proceeded with the fight, took less money than Ryan said publicly on the bet, didn't get the bet honored and amended and appended to the contract. So Ryan had to pay what he owed. So he missed weight, only for you to now cry about the 3.2 pounds. You didn't put him on a rehydration clause, only for you to cry about the 3.2 pounds. He made a public bet that the world seen at the press conference the week of the fight. You didn't append it to the contract, so there's no way you can probably, in the amount of time that you had, legally hold it to him. So you renegotiated for pretty much half of what he should have been paying. You didn't have a rematch clause, as I mentioned, and people are now complaining, oh, Ryan was on the shoulder programming 40 days and he was doing an IV. That's what they said. That came out before the fight came out. This content, this 40 days, which is basically 24/7 all access equivalent, it's their shoulder programming to promote the fight. So you have to put that out before the fight. It wasn't an epilogue. So you had this knowledge beforehand, before the fight. This was used to, and you didn't, your people or your team probably watched the episode, because who wouldn't want to watch themselves on TV, right, and see like what the enemy's talking about. You guys watched Ryan Garcia with this illegal IV, didn't do anything, didn't question it until Ryan Garcia beat you, and then allegedly has the Osterine situation going on. You see what I'm saying? This whole thing is a mess. So I agree 100% with Floyd Mayweather. Y'all wouldn't be in this situation if you did it the Mayweather way. And I literally told you that. If you remember, I'm like Michael Jackson. I make you remember the time. I don't want credit for things that I didn't do, but you guys will give me credit for the things I did do. If you heard me on my channel state this fight was a lose-lose situation for Devin, a win-win situation for Ryan Garcia, and this stuff about Floyd Mayweather, where I said Floyd Mayweather or any A-side, Floyd, Tank, Canelo, would never allow the opponent, to do all of these things back to back to back, crazy antics, say they're drinking, mess up the promotion, miss weight, all these things before the fight. We're not even talking about he tested positive the 19th and 20th. We're talking about all the other stuff, getting on the scale, saying he drinking beer, all this weird stuff, and then miss weight and not have no rematch clause, no safety net, no safeguards. If you remember me saying these things, just type I remember in the comment section. So I use the fans, the public, to vouch for me. I know I said it. Don't make me go through each video and find each excerpt, but I could do that too. But if you remember me saying these things before it happened, let me know. So I agree with Floyd. Had you made better decisions as a team, the fight would have been canceled. You wouldn't even have to worry about Devin getting dropped multiple times, or you wouldn't have to worry about Ryan positive test, because there wouldn't have been no fight on my watch, because Ryan was doing too much, which is what I told you. The Haney pride helped put them in the situation that they're currently in. That's why I see it. Floyd Mayweather, he's telling you the same thing in so many words. I adopted above and beyond drug testing in the sport of boxing. Y'all should have done it the Floyd Mayweather way. Then we wouldn't be in this situation. Pride comes before the fall. And here's a kicker. Bill's too worried about being in front of the mic and beefing with Floyd publicly and saying the Mayweather era's over, going at Gervonta Davis, that's where you make mistakes. When you're focused on someone else's race, you don't have time to monitor your own. And that's what I see. Devin needs a new team.